across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now Jones. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And what a golden break here. This ball is going to be touched down, but just outside of the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tim Patrick, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Yeah, baby. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On the stop that time, it was Josey Jewell. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Golladay. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's
go. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him. But many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Crunch time, defense.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
45. Mike, 45.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Able to get away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flush to his right, toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
19 Tiger. 45.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
From the 24, Jones. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He will push his way down to about the 14. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang at Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's when this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Gordon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On second down now, it's Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch out.
Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
That's it, baby.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Mike 54. Hey, get in the weight room. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Gordon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the screen, Hey. Out.
Play action. It's Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. The kick by McManus is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 73 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big pickup there on the scramble. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw, Jones. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory.